I want to get my teapot in the shot. Okay. I think our audio project was most successful in utilizing sound layering and audio manipulation to create a really experimental and engaging audio soundscape. And through this, I think we developed a really immersive experience for the listener to almost transport them into this world that we've created and make them excited as they follow the narrative, make them elicit feelings of suspense, put themselves in the shoes of the creator, have a laugh. I think, yeah, it's a very emotive and engaging piece of audio. However, I think a problematic aspect may have occurred due to us trying to create such dramatic characters and focusing on immersing the listener into a unique creative blend of sounds and textures. I feel our project may have lacked in its richness of theoretical content. The high level of knowledge and research that we had developed on our topic didn't come across as much as it could have. We intended to solve this through implementing of the strong quotes, but I think better language choices in the character's dialogue would have enhanced this more. My individual learning revolved around amateur YouTube creators and their perceived authenticity, and how fans desire and engage with creators who specifically appeal as authentic. Into my research of this, I interestingly found out how brands seek out and try to profit off this primary relationship between creators and fans. However, in doing this, they are then damaging the perceived authenticity and realness of the creator they are sponsoring. This ties into the key theoretical concept about YouTube from the Week 2 readings, where Cunningham and Craig identified this as a trilateral relationship between authentic creator and fans who legitimize the creator's perceivable as authentic, and then the brand which intends to leverage off this primary relationship. I think a key affordance of using an audio over visual based creative project is that you develop a more intimate and personal connection with the listener as they get to immerse themselves into the world of this audio project and create the visual images themselves in their minds without having it already displayed there obviously on the screen for them. They get to remove any stereotype that a visual product might give you and instead use their own personal experiences and ideas and values and then shape the visual world. And we really tried to incorporate this into our own work through allowing the listener to create their own perceived images of the characters that we created in our story, such as they can develop their own picture of this girl making an apology video, and that makes them a lot more connected to the characters as they get to develop who they are themselves. And I think this really enhanced our ability to be able to create a connection between the characters that we created and how the listeners have perceived them. And by letting the audience develop the vision that they have of the characters themselves, it's going to make the audience feel like they are more immersed and a part of the world as they can picture and see the characters that they can imagine, and then react with more authentic and real emotion. The most important thing I learned that is vital to collaboration is ensuring that you and all your partners establish and share a really clear image of the goal you are working towards and the certain key features that are of most importance that you want to make the key focus. As then when you go off and complete individual tasks to build towards this, you are all making meaningful efforts and contributions to the development of the final product as a whole. This can be relevant to my broader development as a media practitioner, as it has taught me to be confident in my independent work and skills and allowing me to be more creative and experimental overall as a whole in a group when you come back together. We received a lot of positive feedback from our peers, especially towards the creative aspects of our audio project's rough cut. The main constructive feedback was related to improving coherency of our narrative, as once the playthrough was completed, they understood the whole story at the end, but some explained that they were a bit too confused during the listening process. In light of this, we decided to implement and edit parts of the earlier dialogue to include more references and explanation of what the characters' intentions are, and allude a bit more to the final concluding point.